Hello and welcome back. This is a different recording session than the last episode because pizza finds a way. But yeah, this is the next day from that, and I watched the Dawn Trial trailer, the new one. And I gotta say, I'm looking forward to both of the classes that's going in. Especially the magic one, which I wanted to be the one that was picked, but I wasn't giving my hopes up for it. Now, somebody did a video about what... I saw a video about, like, oh, these are the, like, 3 most possible ones, and it's like, oh, the one that got picked was the least possible one that they said it was going to be, which I'm very happy that it was. I'm not going to say what the classes are, just in case people haven't seen it yet. If they want to know the new classes, they can see the trailer. But I'm definitely going to be playing them. I'll probably record their stories for on the channel. I have Kryle's instruction in hand. If you are ready to set out, then so are we. Having been to Thafnir before, I can travel by Aetheryte, but what of the rest of you? Another sea voyage would waste time we do not have. Speaking of which, let me check. Yes, everything's going ahead. Kryle is of the same mind, and has already secured the aid of the good folk of the Confluence. We'll take ourselves there. The Confluence, thou sayest. I'm afraid so, my friend. Thou wilt recall the hunt for Iceheart onto the sanctuary we delivered, owing to the knowledge of our comrade, Moonbrita. Moonbrita was an authority on etherology, a field of study she did embark upon in pursuit of her parents' example. Both are authorities in their own right, and both are researchers at the Confluence. Haven't you gone to see them yet? I attempted to do so earlier, but to my shame my courage failed me at the last, as it hath the many times I thought to reach out to them after sending that fateful letter. Neither time nor introspection has revealed unto me the words I should speak, and thus have I kept my silence. Whether you come with us or no, it's your choice and yours alone. If it's too difficult, we'll manage. Thou art kind to say so, but I have no intention of forsaking my cause. I shall go to the Confluence, and I shall face that which hath long been overdue. If it's settled, then let us be off when we arrive. We should look for a researcher named Kitty. Oh, technically there's 3 classes, but only 2 were shown in the trailer. The 3rd class that I saw mentioned when I watched somebody doing their reaction to it, because I wanted to see how they would react to the other new job being released. But yeah, they're adding a 3rd class in Dawn Trial at some point. It's not going to be on release. It's going to be probably, if I were to guess, next year? It's probably going to be later, like in the winter of this year or spring of next year, if I were to guess. But it's going to be joining the ranks of the Blue Mage. And I am going to be interested in how that class is going to work. I can already see why it's going to be a limited job, but I am interested in to see how it'll work. If it's like in the previous games. Well, now this is a rather lot of stern faces, and my library book my library books overdue again. Not to our knowledge, we are associates of Kral, the students of Baldessian. We seek passage to Thafnir and understand that you can assist us. Ah, the test subjects. Welcome, welcome. Test subjects? Oh, you haven't heard? Well then, allow me to explain. So in order to travel to an aetheryte, you normally need to be attuned to it beforehand. Otherwise, you can't use it as a beacon to seek out where you're a mess of ether hurling along the live stream. An inconvenient but contravenable limitation of aetheryte teleportation. But what if I were to tell you that there's a way to travel to an aetheryte without being attuned to it? A way to teleport instantly to places where you've never been. For long years, we've labored to make such travel possible that people might move about more freely. And we've finally done it. We've created a new kind of aetheryte that doesn't require attunement. Surely that changes everything. While my language may have been a bit misleading, the user need not attune to these aetherytes, but the aetherytes themselves must have been pre-attuned to each other, thereby facilitating travel between the 2 points. But it just so happens that our first test pair of aetherytes, one has been installed here in Charlian and the other over in Ildamad, a port town in Thafnir. As you may have, if you may know, our nation has long maintained strong ties with Raset Han, and indeed we owe much of this breakthrough to the contribution of their alchemists. So to sum up, we're to test these aetherytes. How fortuitous for you. I should mention that an accident has impaired my ability to channel ether. Will this be a problem? Not at all. As a matter of fact, you might say these aetherytes were made for people like you, your good self. The magic imbued within will whisk you away without any effort on your parts. A very bold dream come true, and far be it from me to worry about such things, but do we have permission to make use of your shiny new invention? The only permission required is yours, so assume you're willing, we're all set. It may come as a surprise, but we actually struggle to find test subjects. Most people seem to have an unreasonable fear of their souls gradually disintegrating as they drift helplessly in the live stream, and the statistically unlikely event that anything goes awry. But it's plain that you aren't most people. Mr. Skryl truly knows how to pick them. If I might change the subject, our Master Wolfsoon and Mistress Beluida not present today. Oh, you didn't hear? They recently resigned their posts. Their expertise was needed elsewhere. A large-scale project helmed by the forum itself, as I understand, but I'm not privy to the details. I see. Any other questions? No? Then let's get going before you change your minds. Please see to your preparations and head outside to the Aetherite Plaza. I'll be along shortly. I have been in this room many a time. Yeah, I just got up about 2 hours ago and just got out of the shower after cleaning some litter boxes. Music sounded weird there at the beginning for some reason.
Right, we're all set.
I forgot that was her voice.
Just the 4 of you, was it?
3. I'm already attuned to the crystal in Thavnir.
You are? Oh. I would have preferred more test subjects. Oh, well, never mind. If our 3 travelers could line up here, please. Yes, right there is fine. Take a deep breath, and I'll soon have you soaring through the ether.
Oh, we're dying.
Oh, and one last thing. You might experience a teensy-weensy touch of violent ethereal sickness. Good luck!
What?
Yeah, now you can use that anytime you want to get the Rosette Han for free. From Charlian, I should say.
Thavnir, home to city-state Rads at Han. Rising from the southeast waters of the Bounty, this Isle of Plenty served as the battleground for a conflict between 2 peoples. Their cultures bled into one another until a unique amalgamation was distilled from the chaos, in a process not unlike their precious alchemy. Once solidified as a single nation, an adamant stance of neutrality would hold invaders at bay for a time. Now across this vibrant isle creeps a fog of malice. What choice do you have?
Why was Edgar the one to materialize first?
What chance? Against such an insidious foe.
I probably would be with Orionje there, but instead of falling unconscious, I would just fall to the ground and be like, I'm going to go take a nap now. But I'd probably be stubbornly awake through it all.
I've seen fairer faces after a bout of bad shellfish. Let me bring you something to drink. That should help settle your bellies.
There was a note with Kryle's instructions. Don't let a Stinian roam the markets alone. He's alarmingly bad with coin.
Maybe we should have taped Tataru to him. You managed to will yourself to your feet, but given your condition, will you be able to reach Istini in time? How I would be is I would have been on the ground with Orionje, but I would be doing it because I'm going to try to sleep it off. But I'm my constitution is always fights against me with that type of stuff where I have to suffer through the sickness. I need to drink something that will help with ether sickness. But to a traveler, greetings and welcome. You are wise, good sir, to come to me, my special Lamara Alessi, made with only the finest and freshest greetings, is famed for calming unruly bellies. By a warm welcome to that, I'm pleased to offer it to you for the low price of 19,800 gil, for not one, not two, but 3 bottles of bargain amongst bargains. The price is high road robbery, and you want to say as much as Justinian, but you realize that any word of warning would come out with accompanied by your last meal. You must stand before Justinian and use gesture deny. I thought you could barely stand. What do you need to tell me that's so urgent? Wait, I shouldn't buy the lassie. The merchant is swindling me. There's apologies, sir, but I appear to have my prices confused. It's actually 1,890 gil for 3 bottles of lassie. The confusion would have been quite costly for both of us. Very well, then your coin. Bottle for each of you. Take them to the others and get some rest. But cabbage! I'll be back after I explore the town. Cabbage. Made with only the finest and freshest ingredients, this Amara-flavored lassie is bolstered to settle unruly stomachs. Amara is a fruit, I think. Which, if I remember correctly, you can't actually get here as a botanist. It only drops from an enemy that carries them. Praise be to 12, my stomach doth loosen its death grip. My heartfelt thanks to thee and Justinian, and to the fine fruits of this land. I like to think that he was having the opposite effect. Instead of puking, his stomach was literally contorting, like shrinking. You were in time. Excellent. You spared us to Taru's wrath. Sweet, sweet release. If you hadn't already, you should have yours too. Right, I'm ready to get on with this. That lassie surely worked wonders. Back on your feet, I see. Thy hair. I've bound it. It's the most I could do against this heat, short of shedding my armor. Why ask where you got the cord for it? A local vendor, the man said it's a Thalfanarian weave, tough and not easily unraveled. And how much did it cost? 9,400 gil, a steel, I was told. Just nothing fancy, but I've always valued function over form. That's incredible, I swear not even Alphino could hold a candle to you. On that subject, I shall refrain from making comment, yet I cannot help but observe that the merchants seem overzealous in the pursuit of profit. Claiming Thafnir as its domain, the nation of Radzat hath long thrived as a hub of commerce. In the beginning, there was the Arkasodara, a Makadaga tribe indigenous to this island. Over the time, they came to be joined by other races, and through their intermingling, a culture rich and distinct did emerge. From alchemy to textiles, the products of Hanish culture has come to be celebrated and coveted the world over. Development only aided by the nation's prime location as a waypoint twixt east and west. All of this hath combined to make a trading power of Ratzahan, yet such success cannot be taken for granted. Nay, it must needs be maintained through judicious governance and stringent regulation. Nothing of which I see any evidence, given the merchants at the gateway town are free to fleece hapless travelers and tarnish the reputation of the nation at large. Just so, the opportunistic pricing is rampant, doth suggest that oversight is much weakened, or mayhap that the people have fallen upon hard times. However the truth may be, 'twas be prudent to ascertain the current state of affairs. Prudent and practical eye, we not to lose by learning more. So here we seek out Kryle's acquaintance. Shall we see what information we can gather here and Yadilhamad. Excellent. We didn't exactly get off to a flying start, but we'll make up for it. Don't worry, Edgar will forget to eat this. Also, while we're here, might as well start the collecting of the wind stuff. Yeah, fate to fates. Edgar ain't gonna do any fates. Northeast. Oh. Mainly because, Edgar is currently 83. And he's only 7 levels away from the max level. As of, Endwalker. Since, Dawn Trial or Trails coming out in a few months. I say a few, it's still January. Yeah, let's just go explore for a little bit, trying to look for the winds. Since there's so many of them, and I know I won't find them if I don't do this. One of the things I have been doing in my free time, he only does it once a week. Cider Spider releases a achievement hunting videos that because he's doing he does achievement hunting. East, north. Which I've been watching. I don't do achievement hunting personally because I do not have the patience for it. I do achievement hunting in other games, but that only depends on the game. Like if I've Wait a minute, what? Okay, so it is over there. Like, depending on the game, I'll... Like, if I have, like, the majority of the achievements already, I'll finish it up. Or games that I really like, I'll try to finish. And like I said, I'll try, like, I almost had Borderlands 3 completed, like, all the achievements and stuff, but, I ended up only having, but they added some new content, which it's entertaining and such, but I'm not going to do it like 200 times. So I have like every achievement except for that new game mode they added into Borderlands 3. And that was just simply because I do not like the game mode enough to do it 200 times. Because I think you need to get 200 weapons from it or something like that. Yeah, those things will drop the fruit that they have on their tail if you kill them. Yeah, and so I've 100%ed Terraria and a few other games where I've gotten all the achievements. And I'm just trying to remember what games they were. You know, apart from Vampire Survivor. Which I do have all the achievements in it currently. I'm actually trying to think of what games I actually have completed. I have like 6 games, I think, in total that I've actually completed. And only like 5 of them are on Steam and 1 of them's on Xbox. Like I said, I almost got Borderlands 3. I did try tried to get Borderlands 2. 100%ed, but I think I gave up at some point. I don't remember at what point though it was. But I do remember I'm like extremely close to being 100%ed with the game. It's just that like the challenges I think is one of the things I'm missing, and one other thing. Yeah, let's see. But yeah, I've been watching that in my free time. There is a game that I have thought about 100%ing Dead Cells. Yeah, it's been a lot easier when they introduced that stuff where you could set its own difficulty. So I could get all the boss cells. I'm currently missing only 1 boss cell, and that's just because the last one, you have to defeat a certain boss rather than the last boss. And then after I get the 5th one and get the like defeat the final boss at least once, like the secret hidden final one. I'll probably set it all the way back to its normal difficulty. I just wanted all the boss cells and get the last of the boss finished, and then after that, I might do a series where it's going to be me trying to get through all the boss cells. Like, I'll start with 0, and then the next one will be 1, 2, and then I'll just keep going until I get able to finish it with 5. I don't know what it would be called, though, to be honest. There's probably like a term for it. But yeah, that's one of the things I thought about doing. The reason why I haven't done it yet is because I've been lazy. Because I need to do research on the course that's required to get to the 5th boss cell. And then after I do the research, then I have to actually do it. Which, doing it's not that hard. Since, like I said, I've have it on the easiest or difficulty you can have it, where the enemies basically do negligible damage and you do a lot of damage. But yeah, we got a fair amount of the ether wind, I would say. Currently there's one more to the south. Yeah, I can figure where that's leading us to. Yeah, I want to do that since I want to get all the achievements in Dead Cells. Let's see. RoboQuest, I want to get all the achievements in as well. I've taken a bit of a break from that one because one of the things I've been working on for that is trying to get all of the wins with all the characters. Which I am currently missing 3 of them. The one you start out with, I want to say the green one and the purple one. I think it might be that I've already done those ones. I already have something else. I've done the red one, I've done the blue one, and I've done the orange one. The only ones, and I haven't done, and then it's whatever's the other 3 that are left I haven't done yet. And I've just been wading through Gunfire Reborn, trying to get as much stuff I can get done and see if I enjoy it a bit more than I did before. Considering now that I have 17 hours compared to the 5 I had originally. Well, I think it might be at 20 now. Oh, we get gloves. Right, let's split up and make inquiries in town. Edgar, the pier is yours. Once we have learned what we can, we regroup by the Aetheryte, off-putting though the mere sight of it may be. Did we attune? Yeah, we attuned. But yeah, I'm never going to do the achievements in this one, considering there are a lot. Which I don't even think that I can even show you, like, how many achievements there are. Because I don't think I've even seen all the achievements yet. Because I haven't gone through every section. Well, now, if it isn't a travel universe site in these unsettled times. People here have been giving us a wide berth since that accursed tower suddenly appeared on Naruniar. If it's just stood there and loomed ominously, perhaps things would be fine after a fashion, but no, it has spawned fell fiends as well. We still have our lives, thanks to the radiant host, but business is as good as dead. Will become of us, only the gods know. I bet you were here before you became traders, so... Crate is laden with fruits, but they are on the verge of spoiling as if they have been left too long. And they're in the rain, just as well as these textiles and leathers are. I think that's a Lemesian ship out there. Gazing up from the pier, you spy boats marooned off nearby isles, with the silhouettes of larger seafaring vessels further away. Compared to other ports you have visited in the past, these appears to be very little activity. What am I doing? Oh, recording my sales. Still do it daily out of habit, though I don't know why I bother. Hardly sell anything these days. Business has been never been this terrible, but I suppose things could be even worse. I could have a consortium to keep afloat, like Kalzahal. I don't envy his position, better to be alone with my little operation. I've come to realize. You're a traveler by the looks of you. If you have a moment, perhaps you could pay Kassaw a visit. He'd be glad for tidings from abroad. Like as not, you'll find him at Saltwater Sails, the harbor guild building across the water from here. Yeah, I don't like the eyes on their sails, to be honest. I would probably like their boats, like in the design aspect, if it wasn't for the eyes. Where do you think at least put a butterfly or something on there? I don't think I've actually ever been over here. What's on this little island? Oh, there probably would be like a point of interest here if I had picked up that, the Sightseer's book, but I'm too lazy for that. At least right now, I am. That's another thing I haven't even done yet, is the Sightseer's log. I'm still missing, like, the majority of the entries, and I have, like, one entry in A Realm Reborn. And that's the first one you get. The Dalmatians aren't coming, but we already have everything they ordered. What are we supposed to do with it? I don't know, but yelling at me isn't going to help. All I know is that their plans have changed, and that's that. Look, you must have known this might happen. The Empire's at war with itself, and the provinces are in chaos. And then there's the tower sitting at our doorstep, spitting out monstrosities. The city has its defenses, but we've been afforded no protection out here. We can't blame foreigners for not wanting to take the risk. God, but this will be an enormous loss. Alright. Forget about the Dalmatians. Surely some ships are still coming. We have fresh produce, handicrafts, medicines, all the perennial Hannish favorites. Our custodian works closely with merchants and artisans to supply only the finest wares. Quality is guaranteed. I know all these things cause all I do, which is why I regret to say I have nothing for you. All voyages have been cancelled or indefinitely postponed. And you are? Wait, you're a foreigner, are you not a merchant? Please tell me you're a merchant. I see, that's a shame. I'm sorry, but we're discussing important matters. If you need something, please talk to one of the others. Excuse me. My name is Matsuya, and I'm here to see, Kalzal. Oh, seems he's busy. I'll come back later then. Yes, can I help you? Oh, I remember seeing you back in the guild. You wanted to speak with Kazal too, did you? I'm Matsuya, a fisherman at Akiyali, a nearby village. I sell my catch to Kazal, who offers it to foreign merchants, but he hasn't bought anything for a while now. When I heard that the custodian has been struggling, I became worried and decided to come and see him. Just as soon as he's free anyway. He's a hard-working man, and I dared not disturb him. Oh, thank you for the gloves. Which do kind of feel out of place. If I may ask, what is it that you do? An adventurer, you say, and you travel the world helping people. Then, that must mean you're great at dealing with strangers. Please, won't you teach me how to be like you? You see, I brought some fresh fish with me, the portion I couldn't preserve, and I want to sell them. The problem is, I'm terrible with people. I've only ever dealt with, Kazal, and I can't talk to customers without getting my trunk in a twist. So please, as silly as it might sound, will you not peddle the fish in my stead and show me how it's done? If you're waiting, please let me know and we can begin at once. The following events cannot be skipped. If you wish to cancel any... Yeah. I wish we can skip it, because I don't remember how to do this. I've gotten it. I've only ever done this once, and I got it sold all 3 fish. You'll do it then. Show me how to deal with customers. I'm in your debt. Right. Please try peddling my fish to, shall we say, 3 people here in Oza. I'll observe you and learn. Yes. How fare you? Greeting, friend. How fare you of late? Greetings to you. I suppose I'm well enough given the circumstance. Things have settled down somewhat, but it was utter chaos when the tower first appeared. Everyone's grabbing whatever they could, trampling over each other to get to the city. Many remained there for now, but I cannot stay away. I had to come back, continue with my life, such as it is. Whether or not I will find the right choice, only time will tell. Oh, trust me, I don't. I make sure to keep all well clear of the tower, and when more monsters emerge from it, I heed the resident host's instructions. I hope they deal with it as soon as we can get back to our normal lives. To the days when you could earn as much as you gave, and tuck into a meal satisfied that you did good work. Fresh fish, you say? Oh, you're a fishmonger. When you bait me like that, how can I not buy? Well, very well, give me some of your fish. Fish. I'll snap you with the fish. Thank you for your custom. The catch of the day is shallow cod, delectable stewed in coconut milk or baked with a sprinkle of salt. Here's the thing, Edgar should be able to do this considering how much time he's been in Ul'dah. He might not be an Ul'dah native, but that doesn't mean he can't do that, do this stuff. Actually, probably after I'm done recording, I'll watch the Gridania intro, because that's the only thing I have yet to see out of the 3 intros is Gridania's. A hawker are you? Do you sell fruit by chance? If so, I would buy some Amara, let's say a dozen. They don't need to be exported quality. By reading, of course, it may seem like a lot, but of late I go through that much in no time at all. I am a stock taker by trade, but with no vessels coming these days, the wares are beginning to pile up. By the same token, nothing is coming in from overseas, but not a day goes by that someone doesn't come asking when the next shipment is arriving for this and that, and this and that. All of it wears me down, and I find myself feeling constantly hungry. Thank you. A pity you don't sell fruit, but I enjoy our little chat. It took my mind off my troubles for a moment. Never mind, if nothing else, you left her with a positive impression. Let's move on to the north side of town, shall we? What is it? If you don't mind, I'm rather busy. Oh god, my stomach. Either sickness? No, not so usual. In my hurry to get back to work, I just ate a little too quickly. Well, that I could, but I can't afford to be idle. Like as not, circumstances will surely get worse before they get better. And so I'm working as hard as I can while I still can, the better to be prepared. Well, it's not like I'm trying to impress anyone. Well, excuse me, I'll be getting back to work. Take care. Too bad we couldn't make a sale, but we managed to build something of a relationship. Thanks for your demonstrations. It was truly eye-opening experience. Come, let us return to the pier. Like I said, I don't remember how I did it, but in the first time I did this, I got all 3 of them sold. I don't remember how I did it, I just knew I did it. Thank you so much for showing me how to talk to customers. You managed to sell to one of the 3 people you approached. It was difficult, but when you put your mind to it, you succeeded. Though you did fail too, but there are lessons to be learned in both success and failure. By applying yours, I'll endeavor to become a better peddler. Still, there's only so much I could do alone. I hope that things will return to normal for Cahal is a haul soon. I thought I heard a familiar voice, and who should it be but Metasoya? So I'll have you finish your business at the guild. So you were there too. Give me try as I might, I can't find any buyers. With no ships coming in and hardly any going out, there simply ain't any options at this rate. So you can't buy my fish anymore. I'm sorry, Matoya, I truly am. But from now on, you must peddle your own goods. But, by myself, I can't. I want to help you, I do, but as it stands, I can barely help myself. I poured all of my all into the consortium, and I'll be damned if I let it fall apart. I've friends and families depending on me, and I won't fail them. The sisters as my witness. Kazahal. Not to worry, using what I've learned from you, I'm sure I'll manage somehow. Well, I had best return to my village. My thanks again, and please take care on the road. Why did all these quests appear? I see you've been busy, managed to learn a tidbit or two, I trust. I see we all heard that the tower is affecting many locals' livelihood, but to think that it would be to such an extent. For another notable, if not wholly unexpected discovery, disappearances and kidnapping are disturbingly commonplace. As for the culprits are almost certainly tempered Imperial soldiers. And as before, they mean to use the faith of their hapless thralls to call forth the lunar primal. Business as usual for the Talofaroi. Oh, we're going to use the cabbage. And then we're going to call it an episode. And I'll see you all in the next.